What's up, traders? Welcome back to another detailed weekly breakdown. This one's going to be good. We're diving deep into last week's executions on EuroUSD, walking through the mindset, entries, exits, and the bigger picture price narrative using ICT concepts. We'll then look ahead into potential movements on EU, GU, and DXY, and how fundamentals might shape price this week. Last week was all about precision. I was trading the 5-minute time frame on EuroUSD and, as usual, stuck to my consistent 2 to 3 hour take-profit rule. Now here's what's interesting. Every single trade played out way beyond my target. My bias? On point. But I didn't milk those extended moves. Why? Because for me, consistency trumps greed. Yes, I could have held for more, but that 3R max rule has kept me grounded, profitable, and emotionally detached from chasing. Looking at the higher time frame, specifically the hourly, you can clearly see that every one of those trades had room to breathe, and price filled out exactly as anticipated. Out of 4 trade ideas, only one ended in a stop loss on Friday. The rest were clean wins. It's just another reminder that bias plus structure plus execution equals results. Now, let's talk about what the market tried to trick us into believing and how we adapted. There was a lot of noise about the weekly fair value gap on EU losing relevance. But what happened? Price respected it beautifully and delivered a strong bullish candle, completely wiping out the previous week's bearish outlooks. Even I mentioned in my previous forecast that a reaction from the point of interest could trigger further downside. But that's where experience comes in. We don't marry bias, we adapt to favorable structure. On the daily, I've marked Thursday's candle as a significant point of interest to build long positions from. Now there are 2 potential paths I see. 1. We expand bullish directly from here. Or 2. We take out a significant H4 low before continuing toward weekly highs. Either way, I'm bullish, just waiting for the right displacement and setup. Let's move to cable, and man, GBP did not hold back. The weekly candle smashed previous highs. We were cautious about shorting GBP last week, especially because of how it closed previously around the weekly FVG, and that hesitation paid off. This expansion outpaced Euro, no doubt. Now, because it moved so much, I'm expecting a bit of a retracement early in the week. But ultimately, if price continues this momentum, we could be heading towards the 2021 highs if President Trump allows it, of course. Looking at the dollar index, things are heating up on the monthly chart. We've tapped into a bullish FVG, but here's the thing. It doesn't look ready to react just yet. Fundamentals are shaky, one tariff announcement or political tweet, and we're either pumping or dumping. So while the level is there, I'm keeping my eye on how price behaves around it, no impulse bias yet. On the weekly, just like EuroUSD, we saw DXY respect its inverse fair value gap beautifully. Expecting similar movements here too, a bit of early week retracement, then further continuation. Looking at the calendar, it's a quiet one, mostly. Monday, bank holiday for both euro and dollar, so expect slow, choppy PA. Tuesday, no high-impact news. Again, probably a sleepy day. Wednesday, FOMC, meeting minutes. Not expecting huge volatility off that. Thursday, French and German bank holidays. That leaves us watching Friday because we've got German CPI, a significant speech for GBP, and core PCE for the dollar. So the big setups probably won't come flooding in like last week. But we stay prepared, structured, and ready to execute what the market gives us. To sum it all up, last week proved how even short-term trades, when aligned with higher timeframe bias, can deliver massive precision. It also reinforced the importance of sticking to your risk model even when it's tempting to squeeze more out. This week, we stay patient, read the structure, adapt to the narrative, and let the market come to us. If this breakdown helped you think deeper or align better with the flow of the market, make sure to drop a like and let me know in the comments what pair you're focusing on this week. Until next time, stay sharp, stay disciplined, and don't chase price. Catch you in the next one.